Hello and welcome to day 2 of this 7-day winter yoga retreat. So totally different change of pace today. Today we're going to build some heat. Today we're going to really twist out the body. So the immune system during winter starts to get a little bit sluggish. We get colds and flus, partly because of the weather. The temperature drops. We're more prone to picking up those colds and flus, and they have that right environment to flourish. We're also spending more time in close quarters. So we're not outdoors as much. We're inside, breathing the same air. There's a lot of reverse cycle air conditioning going on, and we're sharing all those germs around. So the immune system can really be helped by twisting and compressing and making out these systems of our body that eliminate waste and get rid of those germs to really work at their best. And also, building heat and getting the blood pumping is really going to help the body to get rid of anything that it's holding on to. So, totally different to yesterday. I hope you're feeling energetic today. Let's get going. Come to the front of your mat. So again, we start in Tadasana, so stand evenly into the feet, draw up on the legs, draw up on the core, shoulders back and down, reach the fingertips towards the floor. Maybe add a smile to your face and lift the head up tall. Feel into the breath and then inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend into the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's step the feet back. So the first round, just stepping back nice and gently. Take the knees down to the earth. So let's allow the body to warm up. Release the feet flat and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, find your cobra. So press gently into the hands, but really work the muscles of the back to lift. Exhale, back through the knees, tuck the toes, down dog, pedal it out. And then inhale, step, walk or hop the feet forward, finding your forward fold again. So really allow the body to rest down. Maybe take a gentle swing from side to side. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the floor. Reach the hands towards the sky. Exhale, take a seat. Find your chair. Everybody's favorite. Perfect for building heat. Keeping the chest lifted, so nice length through the spine. Inhale, hands through heart. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Find your twist. So feet can be at hip distance or together. It's up to you. If you are pregnant and practicing this one, just stay with an up cat. Down cat, rather than twisting. So probably want to skip a fair bit today, but you can still build heat during pregnancy, that's fine. Inhale, press the hands together, look up over the shoulder, and then exhale, forward fold down, release through the back of the body. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, rise all the way up, so lengthening through the spine. Exhale, release into chair. Inhale, hands through heart. Twisting the opposite way now. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step or jump those feet back. So you can work with the knees this time, or maybe you stay on the feet, elbows in as you exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale, down dog. Pedal it out. And then inhale, step or hop, or walk the feet forward. So if you're doing gentle option today, you might just be slowly walking the feet up, finding forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find chair. Inhale, hands through heart. Exhale, twist. All right, so we're going to make it a little bit harder now. So bring the weight into the right foot so that you can lift this left one off the floor, because it's going to step back. I'm going to find a twisting lunge. See if you can't find a little bit more space here, pressing those palms towards the heart center. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale, hands back to heart. Inhale forward, exhale. Hands to floor, step back. Vinyasa it out, or maybe meet us in down dog. If you're needing to take a more gentle option, that's fine too. And then inhale, look towards the hand, step or jump the feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press towards the sky, reaching up. Exhale, take a seat. So opposite side, exactly as we did. Hands through heart and twist. Step back. And then inhale, release the hands to the floor, step that front foot back, vinyasa, or come straight back to down dog. So if you're practicing with us today and you're pregnant, instead of the vinyasas, you can come forward, take the knees down, exhale, lower down as lower as the belly will allow, and then take it straight back to a wide knee child's pose. So just breathe into this space here. And then bring the knees back together, tuck the toes under, and meet us in down dog. As you inhale, look towards the hands, step or jump the feet, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press the floor, reach towards the sky. Maybe take a small back bend here, and then exhale, fold, take a seat, hands to heart. Let's inhale, slowly rise. Lift that right leg up over the left. Wrap it around the back of the calf if you can. Inhale the hands up. Take the right hand under. Wrap. And then exhale, take a seat. So beautiful stretch through the back of the body. Stay here and breathe. Exhale, slowly release. Hands back to heart. Release the foot down, inhale up, exhale fold. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale fold. And then slowly start to come up. Chair, hands through heart, rising up. Left leg comes up and over this time. Left arm comes under, wrap the palms, reach the arms and take a seat. So you'll notice that my left foot won't actually wrap around my calf. So sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. You may find both sides don't, you may find both sides do. And then inhale, release the hands, stretching up tall. Exhale, fold. Let's heel and toe the feet a little bit wider here. And then slowly start to take a seat down into our malasana. So our hips nice and open, elbows inside, really lifting that chest up. And then release the hands down to the floor. You might want to come back to the middle of your mat. Bring the knees in together and come up onto the toes. And then inhale the hands into the heart center. So you can rest the elbows onto the top of the thighs. Bring the elbow onto the outside of that front thigh. So we're still getting a twist and we're also doing a bit of a balance here. So if you have crane pose, if you balance regularly in this one, you're quite comfortable here. You may want to try the twisted variation, the side crane. So come back to your twist here. And then bring the hands to the floor. So really hook this elbow into the thigh and then slowly lean onto the hands so that you can lift the feet up behind you. Exhale, release it down. So for some of us, we might just be staying up on the feet, hands to heart. This might be all you can manage, balancing on those heels. Or you might be working at the twist. Or you might be working, gonna move now before I hit the wall, with the side crane. So whichever variation you're in, I can guarantee you're building heat and you're compressing these abdominal organs that help to get rid of all that waste that builds up in the body. So just stay here for a few more breaths, regain the breath, and then slowly come down to take a seat. All right, so reach the legs forward. Let's take the right over the left. Now your left leg can stay long or it can tuck under if this knee allows. So if you're pregnant, you're twisting away from the front leg. If you're not, you're going to take advantage of this compression by bringing the elbow into the thigh, inhaling, lifting tall, and then exhaling and looking over that back shoulder. So eventually you want to decrease the space between the chest and the thigh. So see if you can really press in with this elbow, helping the spine to twist and decompress. Exhale, release back to the front. Release the legs, so swapping sides. Remember, you can keep that bottom leg out straight if you need. So inhale, bring the elbow to thigh, looking over the back shoulder. And then slowly release back to the front. All right, so we're heading into inversions now. So we flip upside down to really let the blood, all the beautiful fresh blood that's pumping around our body, be able to come towards our head. Gives us a burst of energy and really makes us feel good. So some options: bridge, I'm going to show you in a minute. Legs up the wall, take your hip up to the wall, swing your legs up, just hang out like that. Or shoulder stand, which I'm also going to show you. So if you're going to legs up the wall, feel free to go straight to that. Otherwise, draw the knees into the chest for a moment just to release through the back of the body. And then take the feet down so that the heels can touch, the fingertips rather, can touch the heels. So the feet are at hip distance. I want you to keep the knees drawing in so that the inner thighs are working. As you inhale, press the hips towards the ceiling. So keep drawing those legs in so all these muscles are working nicely. So it's just putting a gentle pressure on the thyroid here. It's not a huge amount of pressure. If you come with me into shoulder stand, you'll feel it a lot more. So stay here and breathe. If you want to come up a little bit higher, you could bring the hands up onto the hips and support. You could bring the hands under, roll right up, squeezing the elbows together. All right, so stay here if you're staying in bridge. If you're coming to shoulder stand with me, I'm just going to move slightly. Hopefully I don't hit that candle on the way back down. So you're going to bring the hips up and you're going to work the elbows in so that eventually the hips will sit over the shoulders. So you want to work drawing the legs up so that eventually we have a nice line between ankles, hips, and shoulders. So stay here and breathe. You can hear probably in my voice there's a fair bit of pressure on that thyroid now. And you may want to work into plow pose, so bring the feet over. Hello, plant. Maybe interlace the fingers if the feet touch. And just stay here and breathe. And then when you're ready to come down, just slowly engage the core. Use the hands to support so that the hips can slowly roll back down and not hit the candle rather. Just bring the hands above the head. Let the knees fall in, the feet out, and just take a moment to breathe here. So just allowing the body to slow back down. Everything to balance itself back out. So you may like to stay in your inversions a little bit longer, which is fine. It's hard for me to talk whilst upside down, so I'm not going to be there for too long. So when you're ready to join us, come back up to have a seat. And just bring the hands back to the heart center. So the immune system in winter. So as well as this flow that you can do to really build heat, get the blood pumping, fresh energy happening, and twisting out those body systems, there are a number of other practices that you can do from a yogic perspective that will help with the immune system during winter. So there's a few that I personally practice every day. So number one is tongue scraping. Sounds totally weird, I know. I remember when I first heard of it, I was like, no, we won't be doing that. And I think I sort of started incorporating it just with a toothbrush. So now they often make toothbrushes with the back of them for tongue scraping. And I think I just started doing that every morning. So the first thing in the morning, you're getting up and we have that furry, depending on what we've eaten the day before and how bad it is, that sort of furry coating on the tongue. And the idea is that's the body detoxing and we want to get rid of that rather than swallowing it back down. So brushing the teeth first thing in the morning and scraping the tongue would do the same thing. You can actually buy tongue scrapers, Google it. It's just like a U-shaped piece of metal that will get further down the back of the tongue that you can just scrape it off and wash it and you're done. Number two, so lots of fluids. I know during winter the tendency is we want to curl up with a cup of tea or coffee, but it is actually going to make us feel worse in the long run. So if you can sip, even if you can sip some warm water, for some reason I can't do the cold thing in winter, but warm water feels soothing and comforting. So just even maybe a bit of lemon in some warm water and just try and sip on it as much as you can. So number three is a neti pot. So a neti pot literally looks like a little bit of a teapot, I guess. And what you do is you fill it with warm salty water and you hold it to this nostril and it will come out the other nostril. It sounds totally gross, but it really does help to clear out the nasal passages. Number four, so using essential oils to support the body. So eucalyptus is a perfect one. If you're using them, many of these types of oils, so I recommend number one, finding out about that specific oil. This is very general knowledge, but most oils will need to be mixed with something like a coconut or a almond oil. So one of those base oils that doesn't have its own scent. So eucalyptus is a great one to use, a few drops in the bath or shower. Lemon, peppermint, so all these beautiful healing, tea tree. I always chuck that in the bath with my grotty boys when they've been playing outside. Sort of gets rid of any of the germs that seem to be hanging around and little cuts and scratches that they inevitably always have on them. I can't even remember what number I'm up to. I think it might be 5. Number 5 is rest. So I know yesterday we did a whole class on rest, but getting to bed earlier. It's darker for a reason. See if you can turn the lights off an hour earlier. Turn technology off an hour before that. So really give yourself that time to unwind and set the tone for sleep. Read more, cuddle in under the doona, whatever it is, but take that time that your body needs to rest. And that's how you'll get through winter without all those colds and flus, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So if you would like a bedtime yoga practice, I've got one in the studio, so you can pop on over and have a look at that. Otherwise, thank you for joining me today. I hope you're feeling nice and warm, and I hope that you're feeling well as well. Namaste, and I'll see you tomorrow.